walk us through that last shot that you made and even those last few seconds on defense?
So Coach had drew up a play for A to go baseline, and we knew with the type of defense they were playing that they would converge real hard, and that whoever got the first pass out, the one more would probably be open. So he A kicked it out to 1K, and I knew it was time. I was down, I was in the stance, and I was ready to knock it down, and that's what I did.
What is it?
It's kind of a simple question, but what does it mean for you on a day like today? There's no tomorrow with this team that you can end it this way.
It was great, man. It's cherry on top. I mean, I feel like we kind of maximized what we could do. I mean, that's a great team we just played, and to go out and win in that fashion. I think we were down 9 or 10 at one point. But to keep fighting and to finish it off for our seniors was big and big for the city also.
Bryce, when they went on that almost 9-minute scoring drought, I guess what were y'all doing, or was it something they were doing that just couldn't allow them to get a bucket there?
I think we were just all connected. I mean, whether it was switching, help side, ball pressure, I think everybody was just connected and on the same page. So it was really hard for them to get easy baskets like they were in the beginning.
How important was it for y'all to get Bryce and Williams into foul trouble? Because it seemed like they were kind of out of sorts without their leaders.
Yeah, definitely. That was very, very important. I mean, him being in foul trouble helped us because he's a really good player, and to keep him out and kind of take advantage when he wasn't out there was big. And I think that was part of the game plan to try to get him out of there.
Early on, you had Rondell make a couple threes. He came in 26%. I guess how much of a performance was it from guys that just hadn't had big performances throughout the season?
Yeah, it was great, man. I love to see my guy Dale, get going. I mean, I think he had 3 straight threes or something like that. So and that's good. I mean, we need his confidence, going into next season. I mean, that's little stuff that matters. So I'm super happy that he was able to come out and have a really good game for us.
Can you speak to that last sequence with about 19 seconds left, just what y'all were able to do to kind of not allow them to take a shot?
Yeah, we were just kind of trying to suffocate them. I mean, we had put Moose on the ball, so it was really hard for them to get it in. Just trying to be solid, not to foul, and just to make him make a tough shot. And luckily, we were able to make him do that, and it didn't go in.
Does Musa continue to just kind of amaze you?
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, to have that type of second bounce, to where he can miss the block and then hit the dude, gets the ball, then he goes back up and he blocks it again. Just little stuff like that you honestly can't even teach. It's stuff that he's just gifted and talented with, and it's tough. I like it.
What did you think of the game day environment today, just with the Texas Tech fans loud and then OSU fans, all of it?
Yeah, great. It was a phenomenal environment, man. So shout out to our fans, especially for coming out and supporting us on our last game on our home floor. It was big, and they definitely helped and played a huge part in our win.
Right. Yesterday, Coach Boynton talked to us about how most seasons end kind of suddenly in a conference tournament or postseason tournament. You knew today was coming. How did that feel different? And then how sweet was it walking in that locker room with a win and being at 500?
Yeah, it was definitely sweet. I mean, because you want to go out on top and you want to be able to maximize, what you can do. Like the NCAA kind of messed us up early, but we stayed with it. I mean, we stayed locked in, and we just tried to do what we could, do what was in our power. And I think we did that in getting these last 2 wins.
When you think about this final month and you guys hanging on till the very end. Was there a point where it flipped for you guys? I know that Florida loss was a significant one.
Yeah, I mean, the Florida loss was tough. I mean, but we just had to rally together. I mean, the coaching staff did a good job of keeping us together, keeping us glued in, and making sure nobody kind of, got out of whack and stuff, because it's tough. I mean, you lose games and you don't have anything to work for. It's easy for teams to get kind of rattled and unveil, So the coaches did a good job of, keeping us together and willing us to get in big wins like this one.
Mike's message after the game. It's not very often that you deliver a message to a team that won on their last game of the year. What was his message?
His main message was just he was giving thanks to our seniors, giving thanks to all that they did. And, he actually was brought to tears, that just shows what kind of guy he is, man. He really cares about our players, and he let them know that he was there for them for life. I mean, that's something that's very important as a head coach. You want somebody that's going to be there for you, no matter if you're playing on his team or if you're someone working.
It's also, the season just ended, but when you look back on this, can you come up with words to describe how this season was, considering everything you guys went through?
Yeah, it was really up and down. I mean, we had our ups, we had our downs, but I think at the end of the day, we stayed together, all the way to the end, and that's something, people have to applaud us for, because we really didn't have to, because there's really nothing for us to play for. But we banded together and we stayed with it, and we finished out and we went out on top.
How much was there nothing to play for on your minds?
I mean, I think it was really on our minds there early, but then as we kind of get into practice and get into the flow of things, we talked about how we might as well just go out and play. We might as well go out and have fun, and winning is fun. So when we win, we have fun. I think that was the recipe for success for us.
Bryce, will you watch the postseason?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm a basketball fan, man. I'll watch it. It may be a little tough, but I'll definitely watch it.
Will it be hard? Will it be harder than usual?
Yeah, it definitely will, because I feel like we could have made some noise in the tournament, but like I said, that's out of our power. We just had to maximize what we could, and I'll just be on my couch watching.
Isaac, what was that game like for you? Could be your last in Gallagher?
It honestly felt like a regular game, to be honest. I think that's a good and bad thing at the same time. Good because, GIA is always rocking, always loud, so it wasn't nothing abnormal to have. And then bad because, it could be potentially my last game, and I just kind of felt like regular. I don't know.
Was the three, hey, it's senior day, I'm going to shoot a three?
Nah, it was just you open, bro. I got to at least hit one. I ain't one in a while. I was like, forget it. Might as well hit one real quick. So, it was a fun game. Honestly, it was a fun game. If you could really just picture your last game, that's kind of the entertainment type game you would like it to be, and then, finishing the season on a win. Not everybody gets to do it. There's only going to be one other team doing that, so it was good to have.
Isaac, what does it mean to salvage something for this program this year to finish out strong, given, what all has happened?
It kind of gives the players a good, it gives them a good starting point onto this next offseason coming in. This spring, it's going to be a big jump for a lot of guys. A lot of guys got to improve and have that next year jump, from BT to Musa to Reed. A lot of guys got to make that big time jump next year, especially with a lot of more minutes coming their way, a lot of more expectation, and them having a lot more experience. They're going to be in a position where they're expected to know what to do. So, that's going to let them know that, that they can win in this league. And, you always ask yourself if we could make the tournament with the motivation been different, just from the natural human instincts, but I'm pretty proud of these boys, man. They did their thing.
A lot of your teammates have credited you as being kind of the glue that's kept this group together. What do you think it was over the last month that had this team fighting until the very end this afternoon?
Man, you got to have some type of pride about yourselves, It's not only that, it's we just feel like I know, like I said last time, we got 10 losses in the Big 12, but other than the Tech loss at Tech, there's not any other of those 9 games that we shouldn't have won or was not decided by 1 or 2 possessions, you know what I mean? So we just feel personally, we one of the best teams in this league, defensively. I think we are the best team in this league, and then offensively, whenever we focused into the right headspace and we're executing, it just looks like beautiful basketball. So.
You told us that you're not sure on your decision yet. They released a video yesterday. You said all things must come to an end. Do you kind of know when you'd like to have that decision made by them?
I don't know, honestly. It could be tomorrow. It could be 2 months. I honestly don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to relax. Just see my family and just chill with my teammates for real. Honestly, have a good time with my teammates. So I'll deal with all that stuff when time to come.
Isaac, same question I asked Bryce. Will you watch the postseason? How will you feel about that if you do?
Honestly, I'll probably just watch players that I know personally. But other than that, I don't really like just watching people play unless it's, NBA. I watch NBA basketball all day. I like watching NBA basketball, but when it comes to my peers, people my age and stuff in college, I don't know. I just don't like watching them. Honestly.
Nice. Will there always be a little bit of a what if to this season in your mind?
No, yeah, most definitely. There'll always be a what if. Just same thing for my sophomore year, the big what if, and same thing for this year. There's a what if, but that's life. That's life as you know it. And the sad part is you won't ever get to figure out what if. So you just got to move on, and that's what everybody's gonna do.
Kind of on a different note, how have the managers helped this team in ways that maybe fans don't understand?
Man, they're tremendous. I mean, they really do all the stuff behind the scenes. I mean, especially for me, for a guy that likes to get in the gym a lot extra and doesn't want to chase rebounds. I mean, those guys come in clutch, and I'm super thankful for them. They make my life a lot easier to be able to just stand there and catch and shoot. I mean, so those guys are very important for us, and I'm super thankful.
Isaac, if this is it for you, what do you take with you from Coach Boynton?
Man, everything, honestly. I take a lot of things from him, but most importantly, I think I'll take his humility. He shows you don't have to be a shark in this game to be successful. And it doesn't have to just be strictly business. A lot of places you go is strictly business, and it's all about the agenda of the coach. This kind of felt, well, me personally. Here, I feel as if Coach B is the agenda is the player. What's best for you at the same time best for this program. He's going to compromise by trying to figure out what's best for you while thinking about the school and the team. And you got to do the same. You got to think, all right, what's best for the school and the team, but also think about yourself at the same time. It's a balance that you got to find. And he's found that perfect balance, balancing the school and the team's needs between individual people's needs and helping you become, a better player and different things like that. And it's all solely off the personal relationship and the trust that that you gain in him, And he doesn't force it. It's just something that happens over time. And you don't notice that it's there and that it builds up, but by the time you notice, it's this big bond, and it's just great to have.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.